The gaming industry is saying rip bozo to one of the greats. John Riccitiello is retiring immediately as CEO of Unity Technologies.
And lots of big news out of PlayStation this week. A new model PS5, cloud gaming, and so much more. We're going to talk about all this right now on Gaming News Weekly. What's up, everybody? It's time for another action-packed episode of Gaming News Weekly, the best weekly video game news show out there. Every single Monday, we're bringing you all the biggest things happening in the video game industry. You can catch us on Fruit Lab, YouTube, podcast services everywhere, the big three. My name is E-Rock the Red, joined every week by Full Clip. What's up, dude? How are you?
What's going on? Doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm tired. I'm trying to like force the energy, I'm trying to get, get motivated, get fired up.
Well, I got something that'll get you good and fired up.
Dude, I can't wait. I like when you say that, I never know what I'm going to get. Sometimes it's something very inappropriate. Other times it's something,
I'll stop sending those pictures, I promise that's... Okay.
Perfect.
We got to take a moment to steam our own hams here because we missed a couple of milestones we should have probably talked about like 2 episodes ago. This is episode 102 by my count when I was updating the playlist. So we hit our 100th episode a couple of episodes ago.
I can't believe it. It feels like just yesterday.
Yes. Let's see. The other milestone is 2 years of Gaming News Weekly since we started doing it as a co-hosted show. October 4th, I believe, of 2021 was our first show. So we missed it by about a week, but...
Cheers, dude.
Yep.
Good job, man. Like, that's crazy. Like, it didn't even occur to me that this would even be a thing. Because I'm like, yeah, we've been doing this for, like, less than a year, it seems, It doesn't seem like it's been that long. It's crazy. Cool.
And, man, there are other gaming news shows out there, other weekly ones even. But you go and you look at how many episodes they've done. They did, like, 9 and then they quit.
Exactly.
We're on 100 plus. According to Joe Rogan, we got like 200 more before we know what we're doing. Maybe.
Oh, all right. Dude, I'm in. Like, let's do it. Let's go. 100, nothing. Let's hit it. We'll come back to this when we hit 1,000.
Oh, yeah.
How many weeks is that?
What year will that be? Well, 50 per year, roughly, because we skip like Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah.
20 years? Only 18 more to go.
Yeah, not bad at all. All right. You been doing a gaming?
I've not really gotten into anything new. We talked about Thief Simulator last week. What little free time I had to play a little more games this past week. It's been more of that, getting further into it, unlocking some more stuff, having fun.
Nice. This was my big week, dude. This is my comeback week. I got the stitches out. The movement is getting better in the hand here. And so I got into a little bit of gaming. Now, too much, and it was feeling... it was starting to hurt a little bit. And just the tender, not like the insides.
Yeah.
But first of all, I got into the Modern Warfare 3 beta. So I was playing that a bunch. You try that at all?
No, I thought you had to buy the pre-order.
This past weekend and the weekend coming up. Well, for anybody listening, the past weekend are both open betas.
Okay.
For anybody can get in there. You can get in there too because it's the same. Like, I don't even know what you need to download. It's all like the same like stuff. Like, because it said I went to go get the beta and it was like, you already have this. I'm like,
oh wow,
I don't have this.
Yeah.
But it's like you just load up like Modern Warfare, but I needed to download another like bit of it. I don't know, dude.
Yeah,
it was weird.
I had like a 30 gig file to download the other day, so that must have been it. They must have updated me with the beta.
But yeah, it's like all packaged in one with the thing. So that being said, that explains a lot because playing it just feels like more. It doesn't feel special at all. It just feels like more. Like, and I realized doing this, so I played it for maybe about an hour the other night, just to playing through the maps. classic maps, so it was fun, being on Rust again and like all that stuff. But it was just the same shit, like and it needed, I don't know, the time to kill I thought was a little bit weird. And I'm not saying that I was getting some kills. I was up there. So I'm not blaming anything, but it just felt a little off. And it was just the same stuff. And like, I think I realized that in the moment that I'm not, I don't know. I think I'm done with these multiplayer shooters for the time being. I want something new, something innovative, man. Like when we were talking about Titanfall 2, like it feels fresh.
Yeah.
It felt so stale getting into that. I mean, it's all brand new stuff, guns, operators, maps, and it just felt like just more of the same. If you look past all that, and it felt, I don't know, it just didn't feel special as I was hoping it would. But I'd be interested to hear, if you can get in there this weekend. I actually think it starts as of the time we're recording this. I think it's open now.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'd like to hear your opinion. But yeah, I think I'm done with Modern Warfare for a little bit, or for the Call of Duty series for a little bit.
Well, man, I'm sort of right there with you in the same boat. I've been thinking about it, and honestly, it does help that I can play that without pre-ordering it. I guess it was just a little confusing because they put the buttons right beside each other, and it makes it look like you need to pre-order.
Yeah, well, I think the week prior to that, you had to pre-order it, and then, I don't know, but I got in there somehow.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I'm sort of on the fence there. I don't know if I want to continue this year because it's supposed to be sort of based on the same exact engine as the previous one.
Very, very much so. I mean, it just feels like it should have been a DLC.
Yeah, which is like what they kind of talked about this being earlier in the year. And that's what I thought we were getting, like a map pack DLC for all the original Modern Warfare 2 maps. And what in the world are we doing when we have Modern Warfare 3 second part 2, 2023 edition, but it's a remake of Modern Warfare 2. I don't get it.
It's all weird. I think like people that are fans of the campaign maybe will be more excited because it's continuing the story. So I don't know, but for me, that's really more in for the multiplayer or whatever. I didn't feel special; just felt like more of the same. But yeah, it's I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you think if you get a chance to get in there. I also got to play. So they had the Steam Next Fest, which is like they just release a bunch of demos for a bunch of indie games. So I tried a few on there. We got this game, Par for the Dungeon, and it's like a golfing game. So it's like it's real minimalistic. Looks like it could be a phone game, and you just kind of like, it's one of those where you aim your shot and get it in, but it's like you're going through these dungeons and you got to like hit these things and get power-ups and stuff like that. So I like the idea of it. I got to play more of it, but yeah, it's very, very simple. And then I played Crime Scene Cleaners, which is made by the same people that did House Flipper. Oh, so nice. I was like, oh yeah, and it's exactly the same, except instead of like flipping houses, you're just cleaning up dead bodies. So it's real interesting. The version I played it didn't have like control. I played it on the Steam Deck. It didn't have like a controller input yet, so I kind of just made it up as I went along, like bound the keys and stuff like that. So it kind of hindered my enjoyment of it. But then I played Laika Aged Through Blood, which is, they're calling it like, I forgot what they're calling it. It's like a pun with like Metrovanias or something, because you're on a motorcycle, Motorvanias, maybe that's it. And yeah, you just go through on a motorcycle and killing all these things. It's kind of like it's just an old school like side scrolling, like it's like bike type side scrolling thing, and you go up and down these things and you're doing flips and you're killing people. Best one of the bunch right there.
Oh, not Crime Scene Simulator or whatever. That would spoke my language. That
one, once I get it, I'm so excited for it because it is just, I love House Flipper. House Flipper 2 is coming later this year. And this one, like, it's just more of that, like, busy work. You go in. So for giving an example for crime scene simulator, like it shows you like it doesn't show you the murder. It just shows like a couple of gunshots to the window or whatever, and then like you get a phone call and you got to go clean up this murder. And like there's bodies in the pool, so you got to drain the pool. You got to get the bodies out. You got to clean up all the shell casings, wipe all the blood down. It's dark, dude. It's really like really dark. But it was just like that cleaning. It was just cleaning. So
that's good. You know, I was thinking about getting Pool Cleaner Simulator, but this sounds like it's got the whole package in one.
It's everything in one. Absolutely. All right. Should we get this show moving along?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's talk about our new releases from last week. All right, first up, we had Forza Motorsport came out October 10th on Xbox XS and PC. You know, your Forza racing game. This one's got new career mode, over 500 cars, 20 tracks, 800 performance upgrades. You can race against cutting-edge AI or, you know, get up there in the multiplayer and see how you can cut it in this brand new, beautiful-looking racing game. What do you think about this one? I know you dabble in the racing experiences.
Yeah, Forza's not usually one that I go for. I did play that Forza 5, which came out like day one on Game Pass, so
yeah.
I didn't play it long because I didn't feel really attached to it because it was on Game Pass and free.
Sure.
So it seemed a lot more arcadey than what I was seeing with this one. This one seems way more like stuck to the track, but that's all kinds of different cars, from Formula 1 cars, Indy cars, to classic muscle cars, it looked like.
Yeah, absolutely. This one is definitely more of that, you know, that simulator feel. All the real cars, all the real upgrades and stuff that you could do to them. Which, yeah, I think you and I are similar in that we do prefer a good, like an arcadey racer. So, yeah, but this one, it's getting good reviews. The graphics look phenomenal. So, yeah, racing fans, just, you know, just have fun. Be safe out there. Next up, also October 10th, Roblox came out for PS4 and PS5. I know FC put this in the notes here because he's very excited that he could finally get out there. Just Daddy Robux, they call him.
Sure.
This is Roblox. Do we, you know, need I say more? It's like a weird Minecraft game building symbiote where people build games. People, you know, according to your grandmother, it's where all the child predators hang out.
Yeah, and you know that might be true. Plus, we saw Roblox was going 18 plus. I don't know how much that spills over to the PS4. Yeah. Really, I don't know how much of the whole like custom game building goes over to the PS4. I don't know if you build it for PC, if it is available there, or if you're going to have like a finely curated selection to choose from. Yeah,
that's a good question. All you Roblox heads out there, report back. Let us know how it feels on the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. And if Full Clip can get in there and start spending his bucks, his Robux. Yeah. So you got what, like 67,000 Robux?
I shouldn't have cashed in all those pips.
Yep. You sold an NFT and bam, you're like, what can I invest in now? Robux. And last up, Lords of the Fallen came out October 13th on PS5, Xbox XS, and PC. This game looks awesome. It's a Souls-like role-playing game. 9 classes to choose from, over hundreds of weapons, magic, spells. There's online co-op, so your friend could get you through this thing together. But I did hear if you play online with someone, you can get invaded by other multiplayer people, which is always scary. And it looks great. So this, I'm hearing like all the reviews. I've read a lot of reviews on this because I'm on the fence about buying it, and I want to get it. Just whether or not I want to get it right now. We've got Spider-Man right around the corner, and then also like Black Friday is not too far away. So probably gonna be some sales. But anyways, all the reviews are saying graphically it's one of the the best Souls-likes out there. It really does it well. The story of this is pretty cool too. So there's parallel worlds that you're going through at the same time, and you have this lantern, and it shows you the other world. So you could use that to, traverse through. Say there's a bridge that's out on your world, and you shine the lantern, and it's land there. So it's really a cool idea, and they're saying that it's really done well. Unfortunately, there's a lot of performance issues with the game right now. So I do know there's going to be some patches, day one patches when it is released. So hopefully that will fix this up, because I'm super stoked for this one. It's at a 77 on Metacritic right now. But yeah, it looks right up my alley.
Yeah, it looks cool. I mean, seeing the bosses in the trailer, that was pretty cool at the very end. And yeah, I think Elden Ring is the closest game I've ever played that looks like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's got it's so funny to me every time there's a new one of these, Souls-likes, and they're just, the whole thing is so similar, where I'm like, every time I'm like, does From Software have a lawsuit that, because they're all so, the mechanics, the menus, everything, they're all so similar. I thought the same thing when I was playing Lies of P. I was like, how are they not getting sued for this? But yeah, I don't know. All right, and that is it for our recent new releases. Let's move on to the exciting parts of this whole thing. Let's move on to our news of the week. Lots of big things happening this week in PlayStation land. First up, they announced a new model, PlayStation 5. This one is it's a little bit smaller. It's been reduced in volume by more than 30% and weight by 18% and 24% compared to the previous models. It's very exciting, which is not saying much, because the other one is, it's 6 feet tall and 300 pounds, Yeah,
it's a refrigerator.
We've reduced it down to a little bit of so the one is all digital, but you can buy a drive for it, which is cool. Because
that's interesting.
I think I've bought one game since I bought my PlayStation 5. I'm pretty much entirely digital, so it really does it shrinks it down a little bit more. So so that's pretty cool. If you wanted to buy the disc drive, it is $80 US. So it's got 1 terabyte SSD. So I think that's what the one has now. But yeah, it's more of the same, just smaller, just a tinier version, same performance, and it's going to be $499.99 US for the one with the Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive, $449.99 US for the digital only edition. What are your thoughts on this treat?
I like the kickstand. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the kickstand part seems very, very strange to me, and it seems like they're almost hiding it in some of the promotional material where it's not laying horizontal.
So it's weird. So, I read that the new, you have to buy the stand separately for vertical.
Yeah.
Which now, though, it comes with the one, which is weird that they, so they're forcing everybody to, rock that horizontal situation, and then you got to pay $30 for if you want to go up and down with it, which mine is laying down right now, horizontal, and I could do it vertical. I could if I wanted to.
So, I mean, the current one doesn't have, the fold-down kickstand hanging off the front of it, does it? But, I mean, maybe you don't even need that without the disc drive.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. But yeah, this will be out. When will this be out? Sometime in the near future.
I mean, everything that I've read hints that it's for this holiday season.
That's what I'm expecting. Yeah, this holiday season. If they announced it, I didn't write it down, but it's probably then. I would say November-ish.
Seems like, this is the natural cycle of consoles. You have the original release, then you get the slim version. We'll probably see one more redesign of the PS5, and then we'll be on to the next one.
Yep. I think you're absolutely correct.
If I have one criticism, I'd say that storage space. 1 terabyte is kind of weak these days, and even on consoles, especially on consoles. PC, it's easy enough to add storage or add secondary drives and stuff, but on consoles, you're kind of stuck with the one, and it's a hassle to have to change that out. So, I mean, I wish they would have put a 2 at least in there.
Right. So they have an expandable storage drive, which I just did on mine. It is also available in this new model. So it's not terrible. You really just pop the top, you got to unscrew it and then like pop the the new drive in there. So it's not bad. You're not replacing it. You don't have to remove any. You don't have to delete anything, re-download anything. So it's fine. But yeah, it is. Especially now with you're talking about anytime, like, so this is why I don't understand the disc tray games, because you got to install the whole game anyways.
Yeah.
So like, it's not even, there's no benefit to having the disc unless, for people that enjoy physical copies, but like it used to be like, you just pop the disc in, you don't have to worry about it like a digital title on there, but not anymore. You're still installing 100 gigabytes if you want to play, Assassin's Creed or whatever. So yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I get disc versions for people who want to have some sort of value if they don't know if they're going to play that game forever. You still have the ability to go trade that in, and
yes.
You're essentially transferring that license over.
Right. Yeah, that's huge. I don't know. It's it's good. Or collector. I know a lot of people love their collector's editions too.
Yeah.
So, they also announced cloud streaming is now available for PlayStation Plus premium subscribers. So, starting this month, they said they're supporting cloud streaming for the PlayStation Plus game catalog and game trials. So it's going to be top PS5 hits from the PlayStation Plus game catalog, such as Marvel, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, for Horizon Forbidden West, Ghost of Tsushima, Mortal Kombat 11, Saints Row. So they're starting small. Not a ton of games that are available to play over the cloud, but then they'll have the, some of those, the trials as well. And then the benefits. So they said all downloadable content in-game purchases will be available for PS5 game streaming, including DLC and add-ons. High-quality resolution options, 4K, 1440p, 1080p, 60 frames per second, and SDR, HDR output. Enhanced audio with support for all PS5 audio capabilities. And you can capture screenshots and record up to 3 minutes of video, all done through the cloud. Now, this is available now in most locations, but it comes to Japan October 17th, Europe October 23rd, and North America October 30th. So it's pretty cool. They're like we said last week, they're finally starting to add some value to the PlayStation Plus subscription service.
Yeah.
They're charging that premium, and now we're starting to see some sort of addition. So it's pretty cool. I like I love playing games over the cloud. It's so easy to just especially with my child, where we'll look at a game and he's like, I want to play that, and I don't have to download it. We just jump right in and play it. So having the cloud available in the Xbox Game Pass, it's awesome. This is one thing that definitely puts a notch in my pros column for looking into the PlayStation Premium subscription service. So.
Yeah, and I think the big question for me right now is that going to go in effect for the PlayStation Portal, that handheld. I wonder if, because I don't know the technical details there, but I'm wondering if you can cloud stream to your console, then to the Portal.
Yeah, when they announced the Portal, they said that it will not support PS5 cloud gaming. But I don't, it doesn't make sense to me. Why have that item out there and then have this service available and not figure out a way to do that? I don't know if it's just there's just not enough power in this thing to process PS5 games over the cloud, but man, it's a real missed opportunity if they can't do it, And last up, out of PlayStation, the PlayStation Plus game catalog for October was announced, and it's a good one. It's I'm very excited to get in there. A lot of spooky games for your October Halloween time, and some really exciting stuff. So you're getting Gotham Knights, which I was just about to. So that just came to Game Pass. I was just about to start on Game Pass. I'm going to do it on the PS5 instead, just because I'm a whore for those trophies. Disco Elysium: The Final Cut, which is, widely considered to be the greatest video game of all time, believe it or not. which I just got on Steam, and I'm excited to try it. It's a 100-hour long role playing game. It's dark and dirty. You ever see that game or ever play it?
I'm not sure. I thought this was the game where you had like some control over time, and you maybe had like a sniper. That might be something completely different.
No, that's something different. I don't know what that is. But yeah, this is just you're a detective, but you're morally kind of corrupt, and you go through, and it's more like I don't know. You're just talking, trying to figure things out. It's not. There's very little action, but people rave about it. Dark Pictures anthology, House of Ashes. Again, one of to be considered the best of the Dark Pictures anthologies. This one right here. Alien Isolation, Dead Island Definitive Edition, Outlast 2, Elite Dangerous, Far Changing Tides, Gungor Grave, Eldest Souls, Roki, and then coming to PlayStation Premium, the classics, Tekken 6, Soul Calibur, Broken Destiny, and Ape Escape Academy. Also IQ Final, whatever that is. Intelligent Cube. Okay, I remember those games. So yeah.
I remember that from the PlayStation 1 demo disc.
Yes! That's exactly it. I think that's where I remember it as well. So yeah, dude, lots of good stuff coming to PlayStation Plus for October. I'm excited for Gotham Knights and that Dark Pictures game. I always like playing those.
If you put some gameplay up of Gotham Knights, I might end up getting into it too. It's always looked kind of cool.
Right? Yeah. And I'm still hearing that it's it's meh. But when it's included in either Game Pass or PlayStation Plus, I'll enjoy it that much more because, I didn't spend $70 on it.
Yeah.
So, and Alien Isolation, I highly recommend that. Anybody out there is a fan of, just being scared shitless, Alien Isolation is the game for you. Just so tense and so creepy. Go play it. We are so close to the Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard, King deal closing. In fact, by the time you're watching this, it may have already happened. So that's very exciting. But in the meantime, Uncle Bobby sat down. Bobby Kotick had an internal employee meeting. Now, I don't know. Do you think he called it Kotick's Corner or Bobby's World?
Bobby's World? Yeah. And I hope he spoke just like Bobby.
Yeah, probably. But at this meeting, he talked about the future of gaming, what the acquisition means for Activision, Blizzard, King. And one of the most exciting things that I read all week is he talked about the idea, just the idea, that Guitar Hero may return. He said, the reemergence of Guitar Hero and other things would not be possible without the different types of resources. And so, just the endless possibilities for the future that are just incredibly exciting. So just that little quote. In it, he's talking about the resources that Microsoft provides as far as, research, technology, money. So this has been my hope, and we've talked about it from the very start, that the only thing I want out of this deal is a new Guitar Hero game. And it's, this is the closest we've come since 2015 when the last Guitar Hero was released. You ever get into any of those Guitar Hero joints?
I played a couple on friend systems, never really owned it. I was more of a DDR kid.
Okay, I could see that.
I'm a little ashamed to say that.
Yeah, dude, I still play Rock Band every once in a while on my PlayStation 4. So yeah, I'm very excited for this idea. So it wasn't just, the whole meeting wasn't just about, the possibility of Guitar Hero. He also talked about, he said that there's a magic and culture at Activision that appeals so much to Microsoft. He thinks the gaming giant will provide Activision with substantial new ways to expand its franchises through ever-advancing technology. He said, a big part of what I've seen in Microsoft is research, and they do development in areas that are extraordinary. And so being able to tap into their AI and machine learning capability, the data analytics, the new ways of thinking about graphics, I just see unlimited potential for what we do. We're uniquely situated as a company because we have the very best franchises in all of video games. So, pretty cool stuff. Everybody's getting jazzed up, it's actually happening. Finally, after 100 episodes, we've been talking about this, I think.
Yeah, man. He's got very bright eyes for Activision. I kind of think of like same old with them, mostly because I play Call of Duty, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll see. I'm excited. I think this is going to, as you're seeing, it's already kind of getting people riled up, getting maybe some change happening at Activision, so it's not the same old stuff,
Yeah.
I saw that they were like, what was it? I don't even know. There's just a lot of talk about older titles that they could bring back now that they have, a lot more at their disposal. And they did say, I think it's still rumored, but they're expecting right at the close of the deal that we're going to see a ton of older Activision titles on Game Pass, which I'm excited for. Two titles that we won't be seeing, though, on Game Pass are Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Diablo 4, at least this year. So there was a tweet. We still call them tweets? Or X's? There was an X?
X's? There was an X on X.
That said, it's awesome to see anticipation building for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 as we continue to work toward regulatory approval of the Microsoft deal. We've been getting some questions whether our upcoming and recently launched games will be available via Game Pass. We do not have plans to put Modern Warfare 3 or Diablo 4 into Game Pass this year. Once the deal closes, we expect to start working with Xbox to bring our titles to more players around the world, and we anticipate that we would begin adding games into Game Pass sometime in the course of next year. So, So they, this year, next year, which if they mean calendar year, it's only a few months left there. They mean fiscal year, we're looking at April, but yeah, we'll see.
I guess I was kind of thinking of Call of Duty year, so Modern Warfare 3 might skip it, and then the new title from October or November of next year would be on it, but who knows? I mean, I guess there's not a guarantee that the newest title will be on there at all. So maybe after a year, or maybe even 6 months, Modern Warfare 3 goes over to Game Pass to get more people back into it.
Yeah, we'll see. Who knows what they offered all these companies when they were, making the tour, trying to get it on the good side of the CMA and everything. But all right, next up, our win of the week. Unity CEO John Riccitiello announced he's retiring effective immediately. Poor Johnny. Everybody yelled at him, and he didn't want to deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
He ton of titles: CEO, president, member of the board of directors. Effective immediately, he's gone. He will help the new CEO to transition into that position. He said, "It's been a privilege to lead Unity for nearly a decade and serve our employees, customers, developers, and partners, all of whom have been instrumental to the company's growth." He's hitting the road.
Yeah. Shall we go through some of his greatest hits?
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Well, okay, so this dude used to be CEO at EA.
Is
that right? Before Unity. So he was floating the idea that gamers may be willing to pay every time they reload their gun in Battlefield. Microtransactions for reloading your gun.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. He needed a PowerPoint presentation to be convinced that fantasy is like a profitable genre. I mean, I don't know who in the gaming industry, if you're in the gaming industry, if you're a CEO in the gaming industry, and you can't look at Skyrim and how many times they've re-released that and figure out that fantasy is a profitable genre, you don't deserve to be there.
I mean, you just walk into any GameStop and look at the rack, and it's like, half of it is fantasy stuff.
Yeah. I think there was another thing since he's been at Unity. Oh, he said that people, to put this nicely, are effing idiots who
Yes.
don't
Mobile gamers.
prioritize microtransactions in their mobile games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a man of the people.
No. And then, the final nail was this whole, Unity pricing controversy that ended up probably costing them a lot of money, because I'm still seeing a lot of devs saying after they walked the whole thing back, got rid of the CEO and president of the company, devs are still saying they're not going back to Unity. So yeah, it's been a rough go for everybody over there. Hopefully, now that John's out of there, maybe they could turn it around and get back to being, for the devs and not just for their pockets. Let's just keep talking about multi-millionaire CEOs for a little bit. So Bob Iger, he is the CEO of Disney at the moment. He was brought in to kind of fix everything that was going wrong over there at Disney, why they're losing money hand over fist. And one thing that was floated to him, an idea that was given to him, and this is all from a Bloomberg article. Great article. Suggest you go check it out. But they talked about having Disney become kind of a gaming giant out there by acquiring maybe some big names in the game development world. One of them being EA. So now it kind of makes sense. So Disney also, they own ESPN. So I could see like a nice connection there with some of those sports titles. I think that would make a lot of sense. You would get a free advertisement anytime someone's watching ESPN. You're putting the games up there that you're making over at EA, and then on top of that, so EA has the EA Entertainment label, and they have BioWare, Respawn under there. Respawn is where the new Star Wars Jedi Survivor is. So it's like they have that kind of cross section too. So to me, it seems to make sense. What do you think?
As long as we get a new Titanfall, I'm happy.
There you go.
Yeah. Under Respawn, under EA. Yeah, that's interesting. It makes a lot of sense because it's not like Disney is any stranger to the industry. It's just that they've been licensing their stuff out to everybody, right. And especially now that they bought, Fox, they bought Star Wars, all of that. They have. Sorry, I got a bug flying around my face.
Get it?
Now they bought that.
Really excited about this.
Oh yeah. They probably stand to make a lot more money if they can keep that in-house and keep these developers kind of under their wing.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Especially, we're constantly talking about how, not this week, prior to this week, about how the gaming industry has just been growing and growing and growing. And this past couple weeks has been rough. We're seeing a lot of layoffs and stuff like that. I don't know financially how bad it is. But yeah, it makes sense. Now, I don't know if this will ever happen. It seems like their idea now is divesting and trying to get rid of stuff, sell off a bunch of stuff and try to slim down. I've heard that they're looking to sell Hulu and, some other stuff. So yeah, who knows? But I think it's not a bad idea. I would definitely listen to that. Whoever told you, Bob, whoever told you about this idea, it's not a bad idea. All right. And last up, a new Battle Royale is coming soon. I know we're always really excited for new Battle Royales coming out because it's not an oversaturated market. This one a little different though. This one also has the longest name in the history of video games. Mm-hmm. It's called PacMan Mega Tunnel Battle Chomp Champs. PacMan Battle Royale. What do you think?
I just have to, I can't remember who makes PacMan, but is it a Japanese company? Because I haven't seen titles like this since, anime and stuff.
Yeah, Bandai Namco is making it. I think they're known to have some longer titles. But, let's see. PMMTBCC. It's not, you can't even say, yo, you want to go play some PMMTBCC? Or PimTBC? Anyways.
Gosh, yeah.
So yeah, it's coming out for PS5, Xbox XS, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC early 2024. It's a cool idea though. So here, let me read the thing. It's an online-only PacMan eating competition. Eat your way through multiple interconnected mazes using power pellets and a variety of power items to chomp the ghosts and opponent Pac-Man players. Be the last Pac standing at the end of each match in the 64-player Battle Royale to be the Chomp Champ. Very cool. So yeah, you just go through, and it's like all these different, they're all like stacked up, mazes, and you go through and you gotta, it's just like a Battle Royale. The ones on the outside might like disappear and force you into the center, and you gotta chomp someone else. In the trailer, you see all the different Pac-Man have like, different customizable stuff, because you got to monetize it somehow.
You got to have a cool hat.
Yeah, you get your Pac-Man to have a skin. Like it's like, I don't know, Halo Master Chief skin.
Gosh. Yeah, this is interesting. If you would have told me that there would be a Pac-Man Battle Royale, I might have believed you, because we have Tetris 99. And now pole position 99?
Right, yeah. No, it was F-Zero 99.
F-Zero.
There was a Pac-Man 99 before I played it, and they stopped. I think it stopped very recently. I don't know if it stopped because of this one or what, but yeah, it was very similar to this. So, yeah, this one looks cooler though. Will you play it? You think? You think you're gonna chomp some champs?
Ooh, I'm not gonna pay for this game, but if it's free somewhere,
all right. Dude, I'll tell you, I played. I'm not even gonna remember what it was. But there was a point when I first got my PlayStation 4, Pac-Man Anniversary Edition or something like that, where it was this new version of Pac-Man, and it was like really crazy, like bright colors blasting at you, and I would sit there and I would play it for hours. I would just listen to music, and I would play Pac-Man, and my brain would turn into mush, because it was like this really new, like, I don't know, it was great. Now I want to play it again. But all right. That's everything. You got anything else you want to chat about?
Let's see. I think we got one thing to announce. The Game Awards announced when the Game Awards will be, December 7th. Bingo. So we've got that to look forward to.
I'm very excited. There's rumors that they're going to show the Elden Ring DLC there. So I'm excited for that. Well, and it's not
the entire chat's just going to be GTA 6.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. And it's not on my wife's birthday. A lot of times it's the same day as my wife's birthday, and then I'm like, I have to make the ultimate choice. But this year, it's not. We're clear.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching, listening to this episode of Gaming News Weekly. You could find us on Fruit Lab. Every Monday, you'll find a new episode of Gaming News Weekly. And that's a really cool website. You could watch video game clips. You can watch this show. And you could earn a thing called a pip. It's a little cryptocurrency you could use to buy stuff. And then if you want to up your game, you start posting clips. You start making podcasts, making news show, earn more pips, buy more stuff. It's the circle of life. If that doesn't sound good to you, you can check us out on YouTube. You can find this show at Pop Culture Playground. That's my channel. You can find a bunch of stuff there. Or you could go to GameFAQs, GameFAQs, watch full clip, robbing people in real life and in video games. And then anywhere podcasts are found, you can listen to the audio version of this. Type in GNW. And this is going to pop up. All 102 episodes. Go back, listen to every one of them. Relive the golden years. That's what I like to call these past 2 years, the golden years. And then go subscribe to our Instagram and TikTok pages for all the best things coming out of Gaming News Weekly. They're all there. All right. I did all that I didn't even write any of it down. Off the dome.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. We're out of here. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week with more gaming news.